Hello users, and welcome to another episodic installation of Above It All. This is the series in which I act as an official, unofficial Bernie Sanders campaign surrogate, and I'm also one of the generals of the snake emoji army. And we have some interesting news here. It's not interesting and it's not news, but I'm going to play it anyway. Need a small break from making fun of Joe Biden. So let's start. Let's get the snake emoji posse back together, do a reunion tour.
Spoken with folks in and around the campaign who can kind of lay out the rationale for why not to endorse Bernie Sanders?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've talked to a few people, and of course they're talking. They're asking to be anonymous to speak more freely, and they say this: she's not happy with Bernie Sanders.
Oh, Jesus. Twitter clips, dude. Serious, there's no reason. It's just
kind of stuck it to her, didn't he? Where did he go just before Super Tuesday? He went to Massachusetts, her home state. He campaigned in Boston. He campaigned in Springfield. He kind of almost seemed like he was poking at her, and his allies, some of his top surrogates, think the Squad especially, was saying some really difficult and tough things about Elizabeth Warren, saying it was basically time for her to get the heck out of the race. That really hurt her, I think, from at least what her campaign aides were telling me. And I think that was also a reason why she's in no rush to endorse a guy who used to be considered one of her closest friends in the state.
Have you spoken?
Okay, so let me just be clear here, and let me be concise while I put this on the screen. So, Elizabeth Warren is a liar. She is a scumbag. She is a terrible politician. She is a centrist. She is a loser. She is a faker. She is a pretender. She is a fucking cringer. She is a fucking snake. She is also a rat. She is also a freak. And she never, not once, has ever had any sort of ounce of compassion or empathy whatsoever for poor people. For her, like she said herself, she's just a player in the game. She's just another politician. She doesn't care about poor people and working people. She doesn't care about sick people who need Medicare for all. She doesn't give a flying fuck about any of that. All she cares about, right? All she cares about is just being a narcissist. I read a potential theory that I think may be holding true is that she doesn't want to endorse Bernie as well because she wants to run again in 2024. If she is a narcissist, right? Like, she is a terrible, and I mean this with complete sincerity. She is a terrible human being. So my thing here is, at least Republicans, they show you who they are. My problem with the Democratic elite and the Democratic establishment is that they pretend to be on your side while secretly acting very nefarious in the background, trying to fuck you over at any possible turn. And Elizabeth Warren is the biggest exemplar of that philosophy. She is a scumbag, centrist, only in it for herself, and you can quote me on this. I want to see, Bernie Sanders supporter Andrea says she is a scumbag centrist. I want that to be in an article somewhere. She is a scumbag centrist, and she only cares about herself. That's it. That's it. Because if she cared about things like Medicare for all, if she cared about things like raising the minimum wage, if she cared about things like ending the wars, she would of course endorse Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders on television, even still to this day, says that Joe Biden is his good friend, and I disagree with that. He should not be saying that. But he does anyway. Why? Because he's a nice fucking guy. And that's just one of those things that just, really irritates me, is that Bernie is such a nice, kind-hearted and wholesome person, and everyone else is just out to get him. Everyone else endorses Joe Biden, and Warren, the only person who even LARPed as a progressive in this race, she's not endorsing anybody. Because why? She doesn't care about Medicare for all. She doesn't care about ending student loan debt. She doesn't care about legalizing marijuana. She doesn't care about, ending the fucking school to prison pipeline. She doesn't care about redlining. She doesn't care about, people losing their jobs. She doesn't care about equality. All she cares about is herself. And the sooner we all realize that, the sooner we all just come to terms with that, the better off we'll be. Fuck Elizabeth Warren. I think in the history books, if Bernie doesn't actually get through this one, I think Elizabeth Warren is the main reason why. She fucked him over tremendously staying in the race until Super Tuesday. It's just so obvious. She's a terrible scumbag. Again, at least Republicans show you who they are. The Democratic establishment at this point in time is at least showing us who they are, but Elizabeth Warren kept trying to cling to the I'm a progressive, I'm a progressive, gets things done. She kept trying to do that, and in reality, the only material effect that had was making sure that less people got health care, and that less people got their student loans canceled, and that less people were free in a way, like, and free and capable of living their own lives without fear of a system constantly collapsing in on them. That is her material effect. So you can pretend to be whatever you want, but actions speak louder than words. Fuck Elizabeth Warren. She is a scumbag.